Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We all know what kind of a December it's been. In Washington, D.C., it's been so warm that the cherry blossoms are blooming early. A pretty sight indeed.
But that is not what's happening in Denver, Colorado. Look at this. This is from this morning. Road conditions are challenging, if not outright dangerous. And that snow band is arriving in our area, or will be very soon.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. A winter storm warning has been issued.
So let's get the very latest with where that snow band is going to be and what you can expect where you live. Hutch, you've had your eye on this for days. Now what's going on?
Well, we've had that soupy weather across the valley, and for some spots they've been picking up this icing, mist, freezing fog. And on top of that, we're going to add quite a dose of snow as we go through the next 12 to 24 hours. Snow spreading through much of South Dakota now will swirl its way north and northeastward as we go through the evening. Now, there are flakes in the FM area, and we have reports of accidents on I-29 crash near Grandin. So the roads are slippery, and a lot of ice down to our southwest in Dickey County as well. Snow is only about an hour and a half away from our southernmost counties. Winter storm warning for our entire viewing area for late tonight and tomorrow. You'll want to have all of your groceries taken care of and all of your precautions taken by this evening. An icy start in Dickey County. That's what it looked like there. On top of that, widespread 2 to 6 inches of snow across the valley, and isolated spots 6 to 9 inches of snow. So travel will certainly be impacted, and it all gets started here in the FM area generally between 10 and midnight for the heavier bands of snow. After that, travel likely is not going to be advised, as we'll be enduring some increasing winds as well. All the hour-by-hour details here in just a few moments.
It's wintry indeed. All right, thank you, Hutch. And you can stay up to date on the weather conditions anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team weather app to get the latest weather conditions, even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store. And for updates on school delays or closings, head to valleynewslive.com and click on the weather closing banner on our homepage. That will keep you up to date on everything you need to know to plan out your day.
Concerns today at the Detroit Lakes High School after a student sent to other students about shooting up the high school at an upcoming event. According to Detroit Lakes Online, he mentioned a specific date, December 22nd, which is Variety Day, a time when everybody would be in the gymnasium. Well, after further investigation, the report says police say that the student in question is autistic and likely didn't fully understand the gravity of what he was saying or the consequences. The teen in question is not facing criminal charges. The school superintendent did send out a mass message to explain to parents what happened. A local man is angry and confused. He says Greyhound bus lost his luggage, and to make matters worse, in the missing bags are his medication for bipolar disorder and his prosthetic leg.
Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson has the exclusive story of a Fergus Falls man who has been struggling for more than a week.
As if the bus ride from Florida to Fergus Falls with transfers in between wasn't exhausting enough, 55-year-old Willard Ostby is now missing everything he brought along 10 days ago.
I don't have anything. I had to get a toothbrush from a friend, a razor from a friend. I don't even have a comb. I look a mess.
5 years ago, he cut his foot.
And it's cut off right here.
Which ended in a leg amputation. And in the missing bags are the medications and lotions for his leg and his other prosthetic. To top it off, he suffers from bipolar disorder.
I didn't have my medication. I went manic.
Before getting on the bus, he paid Greyhound extra to transfer his bags from bus to bus. And in the shuffle, he found out one of his bags went missing.
And I get to Chicago, and they said we had lost it. We put it on the train. No, on a train? I'm on a bus. It's called Greyhound. Like hell, do the driving to them, and you'll lose your luggage. Well.
And when he got here, to the Jefferson's line stop in Fergus Falls, both bags were nowhere to be found. Employees here tell us they have filed a claim for Ostby, but aren't sure where the bags are and can't do anything more. Greyhound tells us there's an active search for Ostby's bags, which could take up to 90 days. Adding, since Jefferson Lines was Ostby's final stop, they're responsible for search and compensation.
I'm fit to be tired. Hell.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
A woman with Jefferson Lines in Fergus Falls tells us if you want to avoid missing luggage, be responsible for it yourself. Every time you get off and on, move it yourself. Adding that lost bags is a common problem, and unclaimed luggage eventually, unfortunately, is auctioned off. Well, OSPI contacted us through our Whistleblower Hotline, and you can do the same. If you have an issue in your community, call 701-237-6576 and leave your tip with us.
3 people, including a daycare provider, have been arrested in Jamestown. Brooke Ford, Shannon Patrick, and Paul Patrick are all facing charges for drug possession. Ford is a daycare provider in Jamestown. She was allegedly in possession of meth and marijuana with the intent to use.
Grand Forks police say the arson suspect in a fire at Juba Coffee House has been arrested. 25-year-old Matthew Gust of East Grand Forks was arrested at the Super 8 Motel in Foston late last night by the Sheriff's Department. Authorities are not releasing details on whether a tip led to that arrest.
In a developing story, Cass County jailers are trying to figure out what led to hundreds of inmates coming down with stomach problems and diarrhea. The affected inmates are being treated, and the Cass County Sheriff's Office says that none of their symptoms are getting worse. Cass County Health is also investigating. Look for updates on Valley News Live and on valleynewslive.com.
Police were the enemy. It's what one officer calls a driving force behind adding community trust officers for Fargo Police. It's a creation stemming from the president's task force on 21st century policing, an examination of law enforcement nationwide. Here in Fargo, the 2 new officers will focus on greater transparency with what the department does. And the department says the levels of trust they want in the community would not be possible without people solely dedicated to that task.
Trying to get out there and basically be an outreach officer to neighborhoods and communities within our city that are low income, minority, and new American.
Fargo Police applied for 4 positions. They only received grant money for 2. Officer Niemeyer says he will work closely with Fargo's cultural liaison officer as well.
It's been just over a week since a cat stuck inside a vacant apartment since mid-September, and the man who rescued him began living together. Tom Pollock says Walter the cat was left behind after his neighbor was evicted and that he alerted his apartment manager. In late November, he began to hear meowing in his bathroom and realized the cat was stuck inside his wall. Eventually freed himself in December by climbing out from shower pipe access panel. Pollock says that he reached out to the apartment company numerous times.
It was just unnerving that no one from the management company had stopped by and knocked on my door and said, could I hear the cat meow? Nobody.
We called several times for Pollock's apartment company, South Plaza Properties, for comment on whether they knew there was a cat in the vacant apartment. None of them were working numbers.
UND researchers are hunting in western North Dakota for buried treasure that they say is far more valuable than oil, coal, and natural gas.
The College of Engineering and Mines has received a federal grant to retrieve rare earth elements. As Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us, it's research that could put billions of dollars into the state's energy economy.
Rare earth elements are found in western North Dakota coal and the ground that surrounds it. Elements with names like scandium metal and terbium oxide can be worth hundreds of dollars a teaspoon because they're critical components in things we use every day.
And they're used in a wide range of applications, ranging from the new batteries that are out to components in wind turbines to materials in your cell phone.
UND researchers now have a $900,000 grant to develop a method to commercially mine rare earth elements. The first step in the project will be trying to extract them from the stream of coal used to fire North Dakota power plants.
Once we identify the best laboratory method, then we will build a skid-mounted system that we can take to a plant and test there.
It's research that has the potential to unlock billions of extra dollars into the state's energy economy. In Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
The U.S. currently needs to import rare earth elements from China, despite the fact we have them in our own backyard. Clarification on a story from earlier. It's the illness from the Cass County Jail. I said there were hundreds of inmates that were involved in it. It actually was 100.
Exactly,
yes.
But tough nonetheless for them.
Yeah.
Once the gifts are wrapped and your house is decorated, why not surprise and spruce up your table for the holidays? Some ideas are coming up later at 6.
We're tracking a winter storm into the valley. We'll have hour-by-hour details on what you can expect coming up right after this.